Yo, we're doing some live trading today. It is only 8:24 right now. I wasn't even sure I was gonna do this today because, quite frankly, I've been trying to work on my skills in backtesting. As per usual, I am trying to get into some. I am trying to do more live market trading. But to be honest, it's not much different from like the backtesting. I've been doing backtesting for like months now. I think what I'm in month 10, right? No, let's see. March, April, May. No, month 9. Yeah, next month will be my 10th month of my trading journey. And so I've been basically backtesting for about 7 months, 8 months. So I have a lot of trading experience at this point. But I'm still trying to get my metrics where they need to be in terms of, return on investment, win rate, and stuff like that. And I feel like I should be further along than I am. Maybe I'm being a little bit too hard on myself, but I don't know. So, one thing that I'm noticing here is that we're getting a 30-minute swing point back up to the upside. We are respecting EQ of this range, which is a little interesting considering we are in this gap here. We kind of are in like this consolidation range, and we do have a failure swing down here that I'm not comfortable trading away from, especially all these lows here. I mean, technically it did take it out, but this whole thing is kind of like a consolidation. And I was thinking yeah, it kind of is a consolidation if you look at it, because this whole thing is a consolidation. So, I mean, realistically, you'd probably want to take this high again. But basically, from a daily perspective, I'm looking at it like, okay, well, we do have this SMT here. It's not a C2. This yesterday's or Friday's candle, I should say, is more of an indecisive candle, meaning that we don't really know what we want to do here. And then if we're looking at YM, because even though I'm paying for fucking TradingView, they don't allow you to have 3 charts. You can't like put 3 charts side by side. You have to pay more, which is fucking crazy. Paying more just to have a 3rd chart, so annoying. I don't know why the base plane doesn't come with 3 charts, and then maybe like, come on, like just give me at least 3 charts, and then you can make everything else freaking like something else. But like, come on, bro. Anyways, yeah. So we have SMT here, right? So I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna go lower. It just makes sense, but just because you have an SMT, it does not mean it's a guarantee. Kind of like my last backtesting video, a confluence is not a guarantee. It's just a confluence, right? So I do have that there. I do think it makes more sense to trade lower because we have failure swings below. It just makes sense. And this 4-hour candle actually is, oh well, it's not completely closed yet, but this would be considered a C2. So I would ideally want to be in a trade at 9:30, but we'll see. And then 10 o'clock could just expand, or we'll get some expansion at 9:30. We'll see. I'm mostly looking to take YM just because it looks like the weaker asset here. And the reason why, oh yeah, and actually, yeah, this is a good point. So our equilibrium point would be this candle. This would be our invalidation point. So we wouldn't want to go past, which funnily enough lines up with this EQ. That EQ is not this candle. That the EQ is this range. So if we respect the EQ at this range, then we can possibly expect price to go down lower. Now this would obviously be our ultimate target. But honestly, I'd probably just take it at 2R. These assets are a little bit stronger. If you want to see the side-by-side comparison in terms of like looking at this is the daily chart. Let's look at the daily. As you can see, YM is weaker because we have, well, this, right? This is a strength indicator. So that's what, Friday and then up until Wednesday. So yeah, Friday. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah, Friday up until Wednesday, right? So it's a strength indicator that YM is the weakest asset here. and we have closer draws here. Whereas this draw, this external draw is really far on these other assets. So that's why I would want to ideally choose YM as my asset to trade lower, unless there's some form of strength switch. Yeah, the back and forth is so annoying. I really wish that their base plan involved 3 charts, but it is what it is. I will say that we kind of did trade a little bit higher here in YM. Could be a strength switch indicator, but regardless, I would still want to take YM. Yeah, I'm still leaning more towards YM here. And then, you know, I kind of just keep going down. If we respect this and we get a swing point off of this area, this EQ, and this fair value gap, then I can take YM lower. And I'll probably just put this here as well, because this is our... There's a lot of external areas here. This would be failure swings, though, so I'd expect, you know, this to be run out, this to be run out, this to be run out. We could get some resistance here, so I mean, this would be best case scenario. If we're lucky, we could get this, but this is also a place where we could see a strength switch at as well, so might have to be very careful there. Now, okay, so as you can see on the hourly, we're getting a deep retracement. We do have SMT at the bottom here too, but just because that, you know, you're getting SMT doesn't mean that, oh, I'm all of a sudden going to be trading higher. I will say we are disrespecting this hourly candle, which I typically wouldn't want to see. We are still respecting it on YM, which is our weaker asset, right? So that's a good sign. I don't like how much this is, you know, going up, especially, you know, seeing that we have this SMT here. We could go up, though, again, because this candle here, this daily candle, is not a C2. So higher could definitely be a play here, but I personally would like to see lower. But in terms of, like, you know, oops, wrong time frame. We are actually respecting the EQ of this previous 4-hour candle. So again, we could be going higher. It's a little bit hard to say right now. We are respecting EQ, and in fact, oh my gosh, I just noticed this. We have an SMT here. Oh man, we might be trading higher. This might be an invalidation of the short idea. Reason being, we have an SMT, and we're putting in a, oh shit, hold on. I think we just put in a 30-minute C2. We did. The thing is, though, we'd have to clear this fair value gap, and I can't take any long unless we clear that gap. Yeah. That's incredible, though. Wow. SMT. You see this, though? You see all of this? This is a consolidation, it looks like. I mean, we did take this, but, like, the fact that we took this short-term high, it's kind of concerning. Ooh, this is looking interesting. We took this short-term higher, now we're coming back. If we're going to continue higher, we'd have to probably come back down here now. Interesting, interesting. I'm still not, like, sure. YM's the weakest. I'm still not long biased, to be honest. But at this point, if we want to go lower, we have to take out this high now. So we kind of have to go low. I mean, like, we have to go high regardless, right? Failure swing. And, I really hate that it's, like, going behind this thing. It's so fucking annoying. But what I was trying to say is that I do see that we have an SMT here. I'm not 100% convinced that we're going higher just yet. We'd have to invalidate this fair value gap. But higher is possible because, like I said, the previous day's candle was not a C2. Took out this short-term high, so it has to come back down here because this is a consolidation. So if it's going to go back up, we'd want to see a bounce off of this level and then a move higher. Which in that case, maybe we could take a long, but I don't know. Because we haven't tapped into this yet. If we tapped into this, then came lower, and then trade higher, I would be like, okay, cool, we can possibly trade higher now. But as you can see, we have failure swings, so we have to trade higher now. Why? Because it's a failure swing. We can't leave failure swings. So I think higher is the play here, which is interesting. The only issue is, okay, once it takes out this high, is it going to, you know what I mean? Buy. See, I don't even have my paper trading on. Hey, can this thing, like, come back? Sell. Shit. Bye. I'm trying to do market order, but I don't remember how to pull up the order thing. Like, I don't remember how to, like, you know. Ooh, wow, okay, wow. Do you see? Now we have to go higher. We have to. But I can't even put on my freaking, like, I want to, like, market, not limit. But I don't even know how to put on the fucking, buy, bro. Oh my god. Ah, here we go. Fuck, that's how you do it. Alright, yeah. SMT. I'm just kind of skeptic, though. Nah, we have to go higher. We have to. Looks like ES is stronger here, but I'd rather not. SMT put in here. You see this? You see how it's consolidating here? Interesting. It's not disrespecting this fair value gap. Oh shit, I can actually buy this. Let's do a 1-to-1 sell order right here. Let's confirm that like that. How much is that? I'll just go for a 1-to-1. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like just like that actually, yeah. Oh, should I explain why I'm doing that? Because it's a consolidation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, equal highs here, failure swings, coming into a fair value gap. So I might have to break even as soon as we tap this, because we could see a reaction off of that immediately. But I'm not 100% convinced that we're going up just yet. And the reason for the entry, why? Because we got a nice reaction off of here. Inverse fair value gap. We inverse this fair value gap, so I mean ideally I'd want to see, I mean, this inverse hold really. Or even this one. I wouldn't want to see it like mess around within here because if it does that, then it might come back down. So nice reaction off, exactly what I want to see, which is good. Let's look here as well. Maybe there's an SMT. No, there's not. But again, I'm not 100% convinced that we are going higher just yet, to be honest. YM is still respecting this fair value gap, and we're coming up on a bearish fair value gap, which is literally right after we take this high. So that's why I'm only going for a 1-to-1. And even then, once we tap into this, I might have to break because we could see an immediate reaction off of that. Nice. I'm going to reduce risk right here. Confirm. Didn't realize I have to move this up a little bit more. Actually, I have to break even. Reason because we tapped that. I want to see it push higher so we can get a 1-to-1. Let's see what happens here. I'm risk off now, so that's good. Let's see how YM is doing. YM is pushing up through this fair value gap. But, you know, haven't closed above it yet, so this is where we read the tape now. What do you mean by read the tape? What do I mean by read the tape? Well, NQ has taken this draw. ES hasn't taken it yet, so we can definitely still continue to hold this. This is a minute. If we leave this open, we could use this to support our trade higher. Once we make another protected swing, we could also move our stop closer, lock in some profit. But it's, you know, it's not really necessarily good to overmanage a trade too much. But ES still has this draw open, so, you know. YM is still, you know, pretty much trying to barrel through this a little bit. We have a fair value gap. Looks like we just opened up. Oh shit! You see that? That's a gnarly reaction off. Yeah. Wow. I looked away for a second. That's not a fair value gap anymore. Do we have? Okay, so this could be looked at as an OB, like a huge one. If we can close above it, this would be our next new protected swing. We'll have to see how that goes. It'd be a real shame if we came back down before getting up to there. Looks like there's an SMT here between YM and the other assets. Okay, we have another opening candle. I want to see this go fast. I don't want to see this F around here. See, that's a bad sign. Wow, that's aggressive. SMT put in here. Not looking good for NQ. We do have a little volume imbalance here. See, this is why I told you it's very important to break here, because of you can get resistance here. Looks like we're putting in an SMT. Okay, that's a good sign. We put in an SMT here. Nice. Can we get a close over this OB? Okay, ES just took that high now, so now we can Well, we haven't closed over this yet, so I can't lock in any profit. I like this reaction though, really nice reaction. Nice, 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 nice. I can now move this here. I don't know why it's okay, finally updated. Just a little bit more. It would really suck if this came back down at this point. Oh, we tapped it. We should be out now. TradingView takes a minute to update the trade. If this can take, it tapped it, bro. Should be out now. I'll have to see if it updates, if it didn't tap it. Well, we still have fair value gap. I should definitely be out by now. Okay, no, I'm definitely out now. There we go. Nice. I kind of want to show this in my, journal. But yeah, as you guys saw, that was a nice little trade. I want to share this, but that was really nice. That was just like a 1R trade. That was nice, guys. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know, I can call it here. I could look for another trade because, like, to be honest, I'm still not... Yeah, the current hourly candle does not support bearishness lower. Took me long at 8:30. AMD AMD structure, AMD structure, AMD structure. Use inverse AMD structure. Was originally looking for shorts, but but so I was like, why not? Originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup and we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? Was originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup and we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? So I was like, why not? Oh, you trade. I can use them when I need to. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade it. I can use them when I need to. Okay, I see. I can use them when I need to. Yeah. I can use them when I need to. Yep. I was confused for the yeah. Yeah, I use the inverse as my confluence to enter. Yeah, I use the inverse for value as my confluence to enter. Yeah, I use the inverse for as my confluence to enter. Why? AMD structure. Was originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup and had failure swings, so I was like, why not? I can use them when I need to. Yep. Yeah, I use the inverse as my confluence. I was confused. Yeah, I use the inverse for as my confluence center. I can use them. I can use them when I need to. Oh, okay, I see. Yep. It's confused. Yeah, I use the inverse as my confluence. Took it long, 8:30. Got out at 1R. AMD structure. Was originally looking for shorts. But saw the AMD setup and we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? AMD CISD. I can use them when I need to. Got my eyes on 15.3. Why? Why? Took a long 8:30. Got out at 1R. Got out at 1R. Why? AMD structure was original. AMD structure, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. AMD structure, accumulation, manipulation, was originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup when we had failure swings. I was like, why not? You trade inverse. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade inverse. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade inverse for value. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade inverse fair value gaps. I can use them when I need to. Yep. Yeah, I use the inverse fair value as my confluence to enter. Oh, you trade in. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade inverse. I can use them. I don't really use them, but in this case scenario, I was like, why the hell not? And we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? Took a long 8:30, got out at 1R. AMD structure. Was originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup and we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? Was originally looking for shorts. I can use them when I need to. Magic is just science we don't understand yet. Only kind of clean daily. Why? Took a long, got out at 1R. Why? AMD structure. AMD structure. Was originally looking for shorts, but saw the AMD setup and we had failure swings, so I was like, why not? You trade. I can use them when I need to. Oh, okay, I see. Yep. I can use them when I need to. Oh, you trade inverse for value. I can use them when I need to. It's just a confluence, bro. This was a volume imbalance. Respected it. And I have so many thingies. CISD. CISD. I can use them when I need to. AMD structure. Sorry guys, I know I'm mumbling to myself. Was posting that stuff in the Discord, so was talking to some people. But yeah, as you can see, we're kind of just, getting out 1 hour was a good thing, so we got a reaction off of here. But quite frankly, I was looking for shorts. That might be nullified right now. I think we just completely disrespected this fair value gap, and we're kind of just closing through it now. Yeah, well, we're about to. So if I'm being honest, probably not looking for shorts today, which is kind of odd. I don't like the idea of trading away from failure swings. Like I said though, even though I was looking for shorts, the previous day's candle is not an actual C2. So I don't necessarily I don't like the idea of trading away from those lows though. Look at them, they're just stacked. They're just stacked. And we actually are respecting this tiny little, like, it's a tiny little fair value gap. So I'm a little like I'm not sure yet, to be honest, like what we're doing here today. It's just that this 1 hour with SMT respecting the EQ of this range. And you know, it's just overwhelmingly bullish, you know what I mean? And then this 4 hour, you see this 4 hour, this wick is huge at this point. Because closing through this EQ would be an invalidation, but we're not. So I don't know, bro. I really wish I could just have all the charts. Switching back and forth between like NQ and ES and then YM is just like throwing me off. And then not only that, we have a fair value, we have a SMT here. Oh shit. SMT on, you see this? This and this. So, I don't know, bro. It's just looking a little... Huh. Awkward. Ooh, but now we're getting some resistance. It looks like we're respecting this, bearish fair value gap. It's small, but it's there. And you see, now we're getting something that looks like an indecisive candle. Quite odd, quite odd. Yeah, see, we're getting some rejection. Let me go here, sorry. Like, what? It looks like we're actually kind of respecting this fair value gap now. Respecting the bearish fair value gap as well. Yeah, look, we're getting a 30-minute C2. See, this is why I didn't want to hold for 2R. It was like, it was definitely a short-term trade for me. Because of that exact reason. What the fuck? Normal, bro. Shit. But like I said, it was an AMD setup here, so I just took like this candle up higher. Got it at 1R. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to hold for 2R. And I was managing that position real tight. As you saw, I broke even really fast as soon as we took that high. So I mean, regardless, I probably wouldn't have. But you see this sharp reaction off now? That's actually a good sign. It looks like we actually might be going bearish. But I think there might be a strength switch here. You see how YM now is like showing relative strength? And we're respecting this bearish fair rally gap here. YM might not be the weakest anymore. Could be NQ. See, now we have a 30-minute C2 here. So the reversal, and this is not from hourly. Oh, I guess it kind of is, huh? Yeah. Let's see if we have a 50-minute C2. Oh, fuck, we don't. Okay, what about 3-minute? No. Actually, I think there is one, but, like, I don't see one on the... You see, like, here, we have this. I don't know how I feel about, like... Oh. Nah. Look at all these failure swings. Ooh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's so beautiful. This is just EQ. Look at all these failures, bro. Oh my god, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, this honestly, guys, is not much different from trading, like, doing backtesting. That's why it's so weird to me when people are like, oh, well, backtesting is not the same as live trading. That's why I'm like, that's why I don't get people are like, oh, well, backtesting is not like live trading. If you treat backtesting like live trading, then it could be very, very similar to live trading. It's just the weirdest thing to me, guys. SMT, by the way. SMT. I think you can see it clearly, more clearly on... Ooh. That's interesting. Hold on. We're kind of disrespecting this candle. Maybe we'll respect it. Let's see if it respects the EQ of this. If not, bruh. If this is going to keep going higher, we're probably going long. We're probably getting longs. Looks like we might be respecting it. Because this would probably be viewed as a propulsion block here. Like this here, right? So if we respect it, that would be a good thing. If not, then yeah, it's a little bit wonky here right now. This is giving consolidation. Yeah, this is a consolidation. Didn't even, yeah. This is a consolidation. Right now it's quite indecisive. We're just gonna have to see and wait. Patience is key. To be honest, looking at YM is a little... Oh, see that? Wow, do you see that? Respecting the fair value gap. Ooh. We might be going long today. I thought that we might going short, but it's just a little awkward though, you know what I mean? It's just really awkward. SMT between the 4-hour candles though, we have a lot of failure swings below. I don't like the idea about trading away from that, but at the same time, you have to look at like what price is telling you, you know what I mean? And right now, it's telling me, I don't know, right now, to be honest, it's kind of indecisive. We are respecting this bearish fair value gap, and this candle looks a little bit indecisive. We do have a 4-hour SMT, and we do have SMTs between these 1-hour candles here. Right now, it's really indecisive in terms of we don't know what price wants to do here, because not only that, we do also have this bearish fair value gap as well. And as of right now, it is respecting it on both assets. On all assets, I should say, actually. So, yeah, quite undecisive. Another accumulation. We'd have to take out this low or that high. The only way to clear this is to go here, and the only way to go lower is to clear this. One side has to be taken. But just because we take one side or the other doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna go higher, or doesn't necessarily, if we take this, doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna go lower. So this is where it you know, it's quite critical that you really pay attention to what price is doing. And one thing that I learned by watching one of T-Trade's videos about why your continuations fail is that you should be okay wanting or demanding more confirmation. So, you know, but right now, as you can see, we are in a consolidation, so it's best to just wait and see. Yeah, it's just consolidation, bro. Nothing to do right now. What the heck? I think a lot of people are confused of why I took that initial long setup. Oh, we got the sweep. Okay, what are we gonna do now? Rejection off. SMT now. SMT. SMT. But hold up. Actually, I was gonna put an SMT here, but damn, that's tempting. Nah, right. There's gonna be a 15-minute SMT here. The question is, which one do I want to take if we're gonna go lower, right? Probably NQ, yeah. Crazy, because originally I was going to do YM, but I think there's been a strength switch, and NQ is becoming our weakest asset, while YM has become our strongest asset. Oh yeah, but I was saying, I think a lot of people were confused. When I posted in the Discord, somebody was wondering why I took a long. So just for you guys, I'm going to explain again why I took that long, right? We had consolidation here. We had an AMD. We actually ended up taking out this low, right? I'm not sure if we put in an SMT with this thing because this is kind of failure swingy, but we do have an SMT here, so that was one of my reasons, right? So we took this low, and then we didn't take it here, so this would have been whatchamacallit, two-stage cracking correlation because you have PSP with SMT. Not that I really need the PSP part, but it is there, you know what I mean? It's a confluence. With that being said, then I went down to the 1 minute. I'm looking at how this is reacting. I like the fact that what the fuck? Anyways, I like the fact that we reacted and put in a C2, a 1 minute C2. Then, but for me to enter this, I have to see a close over this inverse fair value gap here. So as soon as we closed over, I entered here. And the reason why, you know, it's multiple things, right? Even if I was still going to be bearish, right? And I wanted price to go lower, we cannot go lower until we clear these failure swings. That is the logic here. We cannot go lower until we clear these failure swings. It's an AMD setup, and we close over the inverse fair value gap. So I have really high confidence at this point that we are at least going to see this high, right? So as soon as we take this high, I break even because I know price can reject and come back down from there. But I'm not willing to exit this trade at anything less than a 1-to-1. I know that going for a 1-to-2 is really, you know, far-fetched and a little bit out there, especially since I'm not sure what price wants to do. So going for a 1-to-1 just made sense here because I'm not confident that it's going to go all the way up there. I was just saying, okay, the logic makes sense, right? And I think that's the biggest thing, just logic. The logic has to be there. I'm not just strictly looking at confluences. I'm looking at the structure. What is the structure telling me? What do I expect from the structure that I'm currently in? What logic is there to support the idea? You know, there's just so many things going on. Phases of price, you know, C2s, failure swing logic, the fact that we had a bearish fair value gap above. There's just so many things at play. You know what I mean? And it looks like we are not rejecting off of this. That's interesting. Okay. Bro, I don't know what... Oh, no, we are going higher. We are going higher. I just wish we had a C2 at least. We don't have anything. Like, at least a 15-minute model. We don't have a 15-minute model. Damn! But nah, we are really going higher. We are really going higher. Shit. Whoa. That's crazy. What? That's interesting. YM is gonna be our stronger asset here. That's crazy. What? The only thing is, I mean, we just made a 5-minute opposing swing. That's tempting. I don't want to be too rash though. That's the thing. I don't want, because we're still on this fair value gap. So that means we could still reject it, you know? I don't want to be too rash. Because we're still within this bearish fair value gap. And it's not like we have a 15-minute model, you know what I mean? And I want to say it's a little failure swingy, but if we're going higher, this would just be an opposing run to support price higher. Not necessarily like, this is so tempting. Oh my god, it's so tempting. But you know, I always demand a swing point and we don't have one. Especially now that we cleared that fair value gap, it would be nicer to have like another swing point to help give us more confidence that we're gonna go higher. You know what? I just realized actually, nah. If this is a C2, this should be a C3. Shit. 9 o'clock started here though. We don't even have a 9 o'clock opposing run now that I'm looking at it. Okay, hopefully if we're gonna go higher, this will be our opposing run. Yeah, you see why you can't be too hasty. God, it looked good, but you can't be too hasty. I know, there's something about YM that I'm not liking though. Because we have another fair value gap here. I'm not liking this. Because you have to clear this first, you know what I mean? Which is what I'm not liking about this. Whereas, I don't think we have to clear anything here on, yeah, we don't. Well, this fair value gap, that's what we have to clear. Volume is cleaner though, but we have to clear that. That's what I don't like about it. See why I say you can't just run into things, because I'm not gonna say right now, I still think it's a tad bit indecisive. We are getting some form of rejection here. But I can't really say it's in like a crystal, like we're gonna reverse. We're going lower from here. I can't really say that. Because the fact of the matter is the reversal hasn't happened yet. Damn. Damn, yeah. This might end up being a situation where, because look, we're consolidating. Yeah, this is not clear whatsoever. Ooh, that's a V-shaped reversal. Hold up. That's an aggressive sell-off. Oh, wait a minute. That's an aggressive sell-off. I just don't like the fact that we're not, you know what I mean? This is not a proper... It's turning out to be, yeah, but If we're gonna go short, I'm gonna use NASDAQ. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Can I use a 1 minute, you think? Nah. I wouldn't be comfortable using a 1 minute. There is a reversal here, though. This could be used as a... Well, technically not a propulsion block, but inverse fair value gap as well. A lot of failure swings if we bounce off here. Ooh, is that a tiny fair value gap? It is. Looks like rejecting off. The only thing I'm a little bit hesitant about with this is that we could get that CISD, but the retracement, though, you know, I like this structure here, though. Whoa. I'm pretty sure there's an entry here already. But we're gonna wait for the 3-minute CISD. Yeah, everything is rejecting off. But see, it hasn't been confirmed yet. We're heading into 9:30. Now, if we had a last minute upset where we closed above this, I would definitely take a long. You see how we were failing to close? You can't take anything here. You can't take any trade here. The funny thing is, if we're going lower, I want to take NQ. If we're going higher, I also want to take NQ. I don't know. I don't really know what... ES is really clean. I'm just concerned about this fair value gap here. So either way, I'd want to take NQ. Probably shouldn't be thinking like that, but... Oh shit, look at that. We actually kind of already have this. YM is just cleaner, bro. Oh my god, YM is so clean. But just because it's clean doesn't mean it's the best one to take. See, now we have failure swings down here. Damn. Oops. Oh, whoa. Oh, shit. I'm buying again. I'm buying again. Buy limit. Buy limit. Buy. I'm buying it. Stop loss. TP. Another 1R, I guess? The only issue I have... Shit, you know what? The only issue I have with this is that there's no fucking... shit. Shit, actually, hold on. What the hell? It's another 1R. I mean... failure swings at the highs at this point. I mean, it just makes sense to just take the long. Well, I am struggling, but I don't give a fuck. Damn it. To be honest, I'm gonna lose more than, let's look at the 1 minute. Oh, great, we have a 1 minute opposing candle. I'm gonna confirm this. Why are we getting so much resistance, though? Can we close above that with some oomph? I want a nice push and a nice closure above that opposing candle. Come on. Come on, I want a nice push. Yeah, come on. Yes! Nice. I want to de-risk though, to be honest, because what I made on the last trade was just about 400, and I don't want to lose what I made today. At the very least, I would like to break even. Moving it here would kind of de-risk me, but still not enough. I want to kind of see us push higher. I don't like the reluctance here, especially 1 minute before open. Come on. That's why I'm doing. Since we're so close, we might as well just go, you know what I mean? mm. Mm. Another total on the day. Can this take me out? Y'all saw it, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yo, can this shit take me out of this trade? Fuck. Yo, I hate how this thing takes so long to take me out. Take me out, bro. Is this shit playing with me, bro? Sometime today, please, God, sometime today. You guys saw that, right? I should be out of this trade, and it has yet to take me out of this trade, by the way. So I don't really know what the hell is going on. Sometimes I hate... There we go, we're finally out. Fuck. Nice. You guys saw it. 2R on the day. Hell yeah. I can't hear shit. What the hell? Hold on a second. Ugh, why can't I hear anything? Oh, because my mic's in. Alright, guys, I'm going to call it here for the day. You saw it. You saw it. Oh, we're done. We'll see you the next one. Bye.